Making a video. Yeah, this guy again. Oh, well, he's not really a guy. It's Karen in drag. Yeah, with a beard. I think I shall appropriately title the video Old Fan Cigarettes. Yay. Thank you. Not too good with a cold, but they're still good. Yeah, they still are. Too bad Flyora lives in, you know, pussy, snake-covered Australia. Her cigarettes would have got here first. But too bad. I just live in that snake-infested pus bowl. Anyway, alright, so this video, they're just getting worse and worse and worse. But this could be a to be serious video. It is so inane, stupid, pointless. It just breaks all logic, all sensibility, all rationality. Even references Laura Layla for the word perspective. Yay, yay. Like this is some sort of legitimate thing. Like there's legitimate wrong perspectives. Yeah, right. Like you're sort of allowed to be analyzing the elephant from your perspective and be too stupid to figure out, oh, wait a minute, I have to walk around the elephant to know the elephant. That's the first rule of having a rational perspective, is realizing, well, mommy says so. Is that what philosophers should have done in the 17th? Yeah, the Germans, they should have just argued what their mommies told them. Like Kant could have told Nietzsche, could have told whoever. They could all just said, my mommy said this. What did your mommy say? Because that's all this perspective shit comes down to, right? When you're talking about people's perspective, like the idiots in fucking Iran or something, they're just arguing about what their mommy says, what Team Iran says, all right, what their culture tells them to say. They've never thought about actually thinking. They don't think, all right? They're just idiotic, inane bigots. They don't have a philosophical perspective. They have a bigoted perspective, and that's all they have. And in America, the morons in the South, yeah, Daddy taught them the word nigger, and they've never gotten over it. Okay, they're just stupid idiots. They don't have a perspective. They have ignorance and stupidity. They don't have perspective. Well, anyway. Let's play this drivel.
To anybody. Tidying up a conversation on one of the last videos with David.
So he's going to tidy up something by basically saying, well, let's all be wishy-washy, mishy-mushy. Yeah, like all the girls.
Got it tidied up. But I can imagine that some other people might jump to a way of thinking which is just a very strange jump.
Oh yeah, right. You're just going to reinforce that jump entirely with this video. You're basically saying you might as well think anything because anything's okay. And if you ever do pick up the right color marble, if you ever do get the truth, throw it away because, you know, you never want to hold on to an idea too long because it's probably not the truth. So throw away the truth and go pick another marble because you can't tell the truth from a bunch of shit. Because, no, we don't have anything called facts. No, we haven't spent 10,000 years picking this goddamn fucking world apart to find out the facts. Oh, no, we don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. We're all stupid. What did Mommy say? What does Mommy say? Because we can't figure nothing out, so we have to ask Mommy. Fuck.
I can imagine why people make it. And that is, oh, what you're saying is then that all perspectives, all ways of thinking about things are valid.
Yeah, that's exactly what just at the end of his video, that's exactly what he's saying. He would like to have a different perspective every day. And he thinks that's an accomplishment. I've been wrong 976,000 days in a row. That's what he wants written on his goddamn tombstone. I was wrong every day for every day of my life. Because I kept changing my fucking mind because I was a silly bitch.
Trying to say that I think that they're all equally weighted, they're all the same. That, of course, is stupid.
Oh, yeah, no, it isn't stupid, because it's what you're endorsing. So I really don't understand how you can sit there and say, yes, you all have the latitude to just believe all kinds of bibble-babble. I don't have to agree with you, because I'm not sensible either. We're all nonsensical, right? Our perspectives are all bigoted and stupid and ignorant, right? None of us have a qualified perspective. None of us know that the elephant is something you have to walk around and look at from different points of view. None of us have figured any of this shit out about being logical and rational.
Why? Because I'm a human being. I'm a part-time mystic, but I'm also a part-time human being.
Yeah, see, I don't even understand that part of it. You're a part-time mystic? What the fuck's a mystic?
I have my...
I mean, I thought that was some sort of old joke. I didn't think that was like some kind of real thing. You're really a mystic? You what? You make potions and shit? Do you do voodoo? Huh? Do you say magic chants and shit? Or do you just walk around your hospital gown going
perspective. Thanks for the word, Lorelei Layla. Perspectives. Having a perspective, like David said about neocons or these ISIS people in Iraq. I've got a perspective on it. I think ISIS and neocons are nutters. That's my perspective.
Yeah, do you do it for a reason, though? That's the tricky part, right? Is it a logical diagnosis of their wrongness? Or do you just think they're wrong because you have some other theory that your mother told you? Because that's sort of the difference, right? I mean, when the stupid Jew is fighting with the stupid Palestinian, yeah, they're just fighting over what mommy says. Okay? Neither one of them is rational for 5 fucking seconds in the conversation.
ISIS don't think they're nutters, they think they're really good. Neocon...
Well, I mean, if you actually tested them on that, I don't know what they would say. I mean, if you actually said, well, do you assholes know what fucking biology is? They might say, well, no, I've never studied any kind of book or science or anything. I only did what mommy says. Well, daddy, actually, because mommy's a skanky cunt who should be burned at the stake because they're all bitches.
Think they're really good. And a lot of other people think neocons are very good. And there's some people that even think ISIS are very good. It's all a perspective.
Yeah, it isn't all a perspective. Some perspectives are really, really, really fucking ignorant. You identify them as ignorant and you say, guess what? We shouldn't be paying any attention to that nonsense because they can't make a fucking argument. Just like when you have your little mystic hat on, where you weren't wearing no mystic hat, but you did this stupid thing where you said, well, when you get to level 97, suffering disappears. You just said it. You didn't support it with evidence. You didn't make a rational argument so everybody could follow along. You just declared it. Okay, I declare suffering's not a problem. Okay? Yeah. So when you get to the really real truth, when you walk around the elephant enough times, the elephant disappears. It's magical. It's like you create a whirlpool and the elephant gets sucked down and you'll never see the elephant again. So just walk around it enough times and all facts disappear. Yeah, you're just saying that shit. You don't have a video of that happening, do you? No. Do you have any evidence that that's what happens? No. You have nothing. You're just saying it. Oh, okay. Guess what? You're in the nutter category then.
There are 7 billion of these perspectives. And more. Because everyone's got perspectives on all sorts of different things.
No, they've got opinions on all sorts of different things, and what we should be able to agree on is that there's qualified opinions and there's fucking mommy said so. Alright? That's the difference. And it's a huge, monstrous, gigantic difference. Logically coherent and drivelly nonsense babbly gobbledygook are 2 different fucking things. Fact-based reason and mommy says so are not the fucking same thing.
So what that is to say, life is very complicated.
Yeah, it's not very complicated. There's assholes, and then there's assholes, and then there's Gary.
And I don't need to repeat that I'm not too keen on nailing down a perspective that I have on any subject.
Right, exactly. So why the fuck do you have a website? Why the fuck are you propagandizing on the subject of the economy? If it's just a matter of perspective, then why don't you just leave them alone and let them believe that Well, deposits create loans. Deposits create loans. Deposits create loans. Maybe I can just say that in every fucking video until it drives enough of an irritation worm into your fucking brain that you'll get what you're saying here is absolutely drivel. And that you're not helping anybody by saying, yeah, go ahead, be an asshole, make up crap like deposits create loans. Go ahead, spread that lie that deposits create loans, because that's your fucking perspective, and you have a perspective, and I have a perspective, and he has a perspective, and we can't tell any of these perspectives apart in any absolute way or by any absolute standard. They're all just the same. Oh, you got yours from Mommy? Well, I got mine from Poppy. Fuck you. This is just such tripe.
There are some that seem, I look back on them like free will, and look back on that, and it's not as though I'm holding this tightly. If it comes to it, if some people make decent arguments and it seems reasonable, I'll let it go.
Right, so the logic that you have, the logic that you already have that built it up, you're just holding on to it. It doesn't mean anything to you. There's no logic gluing it to you. There's no, like, reasons that it's glued to you. No, you'll just let it go because it's not attached to you for any reason. You just like the color of it. I like being a determinist because it has a D in it. You're not a determinist because you have some understanding that the universe is made out of matter and energy, and there's matter and energy, and there's no evidence special energy. There's no evidence of faster than the speed of light energy. There's no mystical crap floating around in the universe, and you know there's no evidence for any of that shit, so you figure out the logically, well, it seems like it's pretty much a closed pinball machine, and the fucking ball's gonna go where the fucking ball's gonna go, and it's gonna bang off a shit, and it's gonna do it all by fucking rules, and that's the way it fucking is. It seems like you have a pretty solid reason to believe there's no fucking free will. And then even if you took 10 seconds to think about the word free anyway and just say, gee, they just made up that stupid word like spontaneous and a lot of these other jopey words that have absolutely no credibility whatsoever, because this word free doesn't mean a goddamn thing. All it means is unchained. So if you don't have something chained, you can't be free. I mean, if you don't have some container to try to shove it into, if you're not threatening it with some kind of imprisonment, there's no fucking such thing as free. Free can't exist without some force to unfree you.
But all I see at the moment is people making free will arguments that it exists, just looking stupid, so I kind of...
Yeah, looking stupid, why? Because all the evidence points to one direction, and there's a big giant pile of evidence. But let's all be girls and not talk about evidence.
You hold on to the free will thing. I can't actually think of anything off the top of my head else that I particularly hold on to.
Well, then let's do the deposit. Deposits create loans. There you go. Okay, let's not hold on to that one. So let's go back to that. Yeah, deposits create loans.
So I'll throw this at the end of this video, is that having no free will, all this might change. I might become a devout something or other. There's no me to have any control over it.
Well, whatever. There's no me. So that means what? There's no established programs through your whole life that have been established. These themes, these trains that run on the hour, every Thursday you go shopping. Yeah, there's no you that does that. There's no program that says it's Thursday, time to go shopping. Oh, bull fucking shit. There's no you. Yeah, there's a bunch of yous. Okay, there's a bunch of static, redundant, annoying motherfucker programs running in you every fucking goddamn day.
Whatever happened will happen.
Yeah, well, again, mishy-mushy, wishy-washy. You know that certain things aren't going to change unless, like, you have a brain tumor or something, and you goddamn know it. Unless something catastrophic happens to your fucking brain, you know you're not going to all of a sudden be a Muslim tomorrow. You goddamn know it.
To give you an example would be Mrs. Mystic. I love Mrs. Mystic, right?
No. But what do you even see? You quit wearing dresses, okay? And then you won't be using stupid words like I love Mrs. Mystic. What kind of talk is that? What does that mean? Oh, I have grown attached to and am fond of and am completely dependent upon the existence of this Mrs. Mystic person for my satisfaction and to keep me from being awfully afraid of life. Yeah, that might be sensible, but love? Oh, please. Pukity-ookity.
But if I wake up tomorrow morning and I don't, that's what's happened.
Yeah, that's what's happened, right? And you wouldn't expect an explanation, right? If I give you a videotape of you all month long, all kissy face with Mrs. Mystic and all friendly, and all of a sudden, no, I don't want to be friends with her anymore. And I showed you the 2 videotapes of any human being. I could pick any human being on Earth and do that to them. And we have a videotape of them being completely doing the same thing for 30 days in a row, and then all of a sudden, the 31st day, they do something entirely fucking goddamn different. You would say, hey, there's probably a reason that's happening. Yeah, he might have like a sematopin optical, a big little blob of blue blah 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 in his brain. And it's compressing the neurons, and all of a sudden he can't remember who the fuck he is, and now he thinks he's Napoleon or something, and he's looking for Josephine. Right? Yeah, you'd come up with an explanation. You wouldn't play this mimbly-bimbly, oh, well, one day I just happened to just do that, and I just happened to do this, and I just happened to do that. The determinist who just happens to do all this crap.
Over what happens in here. What happens in here happens in here.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it happens in there for reasons. The stuff is spinning around. It can spin around for 20 years, and all of a sudden you'll say, oh, that's what that joke was. Oh, that's happened to me anyway. Yeah, somebody told a joke like 15 years ago, and all of a sudden I'll be walking outside and I'll say, ha ha ha, I get it now. Oh, that's what he was saying. I shouldn't have punched him in the balls. Oh, I get it. It was a joke. Yeah, shit like that happens, but it happens for a fucking reason. It just doesn't go mimbly-bimbly.
The Mrs. Mystic thing is probably a bad example of brought up, because I throw in now that at the moment I have a kind of belief, idea, way of going about things that I would be deliriously happy if my perspective on just about everything changes every single day.
Okay, so his perspective on just about everything changes every single day. So he goes to the trouble to turn over all the manure, and then the next day he says, fuck gardening. And then, so he doesn't do the second turnover, and so then 3 weeks from now he's all into gardening again, but he didn't turn the manure over, so now the manure's all, like, got eggshells in it or something, because he broke the rules and put the wrong kind of shit in there. Or some kind of crap like that, right? He sold the lawn tractor because he said, fuck cutting the grass. I changed my perspective. And then 3 days later he says, wait a minute, who's going to cut the grass? There's no tractor because you sold it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be just so much. You'd be so fucking happy. I bet you wouldn't be goddamn happy. I bet you wouldn't. One day you just sell all your gold and buy a bunch of Google stock, and then 4 days later you figure out, wait a minute, the stock market's going to crash like a fucking goddamn Humvee or something, right?
Until the day I die. I think I would be very happy if that sort of thing happened.
I don't even know how to see it. It's just such a womanly idea. I would like to ride a rainbow with a parasol and a hoppity horse. I don't even know how to fucking imagine that mush. How do I imagine? I'd like to change my perspective every fucking day. I don't even know how to even imagine. How do I even begin to imagine living like that? Exactly. Oh, one day kitties are cute. Next day puppies are cute. Next day maggots are cute. Well, I mean, how does this work exactly? I don't know how to make any sense at all out of that fucking goddamn drivel.
To me. Because that would mean that I have been open to all sorts of other perspectives that are going around.
Right, so this openness shit, right? Isn't that something you do like when you're 15? Or 25 even? But isn't there a certain point where you have to get a little bit mature and you have to start establishing, what do I know for sure now? Okay, we're kind of done with this walking around the elephant. I poked it with a stick. I even rubbed his Johnson a little bit. I mean, I've done everything I can do with this fucking thing. It's time to call it an elephant, isn't it? Isn't there some fucking point where you grow the fuck up and you start stop pretending you can't tell what it is and you declare it something. Shit.
And I haven't closed myself off.
Yeah, you mean you haven't drawn conclusions that will oblige you to become a janitor, because that's rationally the only option in a world full of puke needing sawdust. Yeah, we live in a pucatorium, okay? And the only job here is to clean up this shit that you assholes, you women, keep obliging the universe to keep making.
Do you get the idea? There are a lot of people that like the idea of having a perspective and holding the hell on to it.
Yeah, well, guess what? That's not what they're holding on to, right? They're holding on to just a petty Olympic moment. They're holding on to their ego and we're going to be the winners. They're holding on to silly, small-minded, narrow-minded, idiotic notions of reality. My kids are better than other people's kids. Why? Because my is important. Pathetic.
Or really adoring other people that hold really strong ideas on things, perspectives on things.
Yeah, look, there's all this evidence. It's a big fucking mess. All you assholes, in my opinion, are just looking for an evasion, a way to get out the door dancing and singing because you don't want to do any of the fucking goddamn work. You just want to pretend, well, the future's the future, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to take any responsibility. Oh, so a few things are going to get raped and fucked over. It's not my problem. I'm leaving the party. Yeah, I'm leaving all those drunk women with those drunk sailors, and I'm just going to get the fuck out of here because I don't want to know nothing. Because you're an adult. Yeah, right.
I'm not so keen that way. I think that going with the flow is better for me.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And so that's all those 17th century German philosophers should have given as advice. They should have all just done the Nietzsche thing. Just be a selfish cunt. Fuck the world. Fuck everybody else. Just take the easiest fucking personal road possible. Okay, eat, drink, and be merry. Whatever that stupid sing-song stupid thing is, whatever that guy said, don't worry, be happy. Ooh, do, 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 do. Just dance on the fucking rape victim's head. Do, 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 do. Fuck all the victims in the ass a second time. So what, they got raped once, just rape them again. I don't give a rat's fucking ass, because all I can figure out is what makes me fucking happy, because I'm a stupid fuck. I'm a stupid girl in my little girly dress, making silly, frivolous nonsense videos that don't recognize that there's facts in the goddamn world, and we actually have some science, and we can actually make declarations about what the fucking truth is. Let's all just pretend it is an evolution. No, God did it instead. Ooh, 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 ooh. I mean, this is fucking goddamn girly philosophy.
Because probably that is kind of what I do.
Yes.
So I would kind of up it. But looking back on my life, that is the kind of way.
Yes, that's the kind of scumbag you were, right? You didn't pay taxes, you didn't give a fuck about anybody else, you just worked for the rich and pretended they weren't the scum of the earth. Okay, got it. You got your paycheck, you got your blood fucking money to do their dirty work for them. Fine, 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 I get it. Okay, mercenary much? Yes. Mercenary mystic.
I go. I'm not holding on strongly to any particular perspective I have on any particular subject.
Okay, so evolution is that's open then, right? Space invaders, it's open, right? Oh yeah, life came from another planet, landed on Earth, and devolved not to have a nucleus. Yeah, I'm sure that happened. It evolved backwards. Yeah, that makes sense. To a lunatic in a fucking hospital gown.
Alright. So I'll leave that there. So when it comes to people and their ideas, and whether they're valid or equally as valid as somebody else's ideas, don't forget you've got one person with an idea, second person with an idea, and then a third person.
Yes, and they're all just persons, and persons are persons no matter how small-minded. Is that it? A person is a person no matter how small-minded, and their philosophy is a perspective no matter how idiotic and inane.
Judging whether the first idea or the second idea is better or worse. That is just the third perspective.
Yes, it's not that it has anything to do with facts and logic and reason. Fuck all that shit. Who the fuck cares about any of that? Fuck Aristotle and Socrates and all these assholes trying to figure out that there's actually something called being rational and sensible versus being loopy and doopy. Go ahead, be a loopty-doopty like me.
Then a fourth perspective comes on to say whether they think the third perspective was right about the first or second perspective.
It's not about your fucking perspective, it's about whether your perspective is made out of something called evidence and reason and logic. If your perspective doesn't have evidence, reason, and logic in it, then it's shit.
Everybody is looking at everybody else with all different perspectives. Some clumped together, but we all have different perspectives on just about
And yes, and you're talking as if all these perspectives are equal. You're still saying it, okay? So the David or John or Fred, whoever the fuck you were arguing with, you're saying the same thing to him. You're just saying, once again, perspective is perspective is perspective. You're not using words like it has to be a logical perspective, it has to be a reason-based perspective, it has to be an evidence-based perspective. No, you just keep saying it doesn't matter as long as you're looking in the direction of the elephant. It doesn't matter whether the elephant's 7,000 miles away. As long as you're looking in the direction of the elephant, you have a legitimate perspective. Even though you can't see the fucking thing.
every single subject. And long may it be like that.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck that statement. Fuck that statement in the ass. Okay? I mean, this is just so goddamn stupid. The biggest problem on this planet is that we can't even agree on 2 plus motherfucking cunt 2. There's idiots who will sit there and say, 2 isn't real. 3 isn't real. Even though we can see the real difference between 2 and 3, right? There, see? See the real difference? There's an extra finger. You see it? You fucking idiots! We live in idiocracy because of this nonsense. Fucking intellectuals preaching stupidity. Brilliant. Way to go. Why don't you just burn your fucking brains with the books?
Bye.
Fuck. Fuck.